Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Living my best life. Talking to Dylan Scott in the studio. Second album. This is proof Nashville is like a 10-year town.
Oh, 100%.
In your case, 11 years.
Been here 11 years. Moved here at 19. Did not have success till My Girl, which would have been 6 years later. Mm-hmm. But really, I feel like we're just now hitting it. Just now.
And now here you are. Your song just went #1 this week.
Yep.
You're releasing the album. It's out. And living your best life.
Living our best life, you know. #1 song. Album's out. People are
loving it.
Loving it, it looks like. So that's good.
I pulled up to the studio here and I saw a big ass Ford truck.
The Ford truck that everybody thinks I blew up in my music video.
How did you not blow it up?
The director he's awesome, Eric Welch. He put my truck in front of a green screen and filmed it. And then we brought in a truck from the junkyard, which is also a white Ford F-150, but it was really, really like ratted out. Put it over there. We caught it on fire. And then with special effects, made it like my truck. And
how fun was it to catch it on fire? Did you get to like torch it?
We did. No, I didn't get to do that.
Bummer.
But I was pretty close to it. You know, everybody talks about blowing the truck up, but nobody talks about...
I want to talk about your body.
No, not my body.
You're going like...
But the fact that I'm walking away with a truck's blowing up behind me like the dang Terminator, like, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Nobody has talked about that.
No, you look like a badass.
And I think that's horse crap.
That's what I wanted to get to that.
Thank you.
It was pretty cool. You look like a movie star.
Yeah, I looked like I'm not a movie star. And... that's special effects too. With that, you know, they just
really?
they made me look a lot better than what I really am. So,
well, you looked good.
Thank you.
You look like a badass. I also want to talk about the song "Leave Her Alone."
Yeah,
because there aren't many songs from that perspective.
Yeah, I thought so too. I didn't write that song, but I fought for that song so hard. So Ernest is a writer on it. Mitchell Timpin is a writer on it.
Oh, I love both of them.
And Dallas Wilson, who I wrote Nobody with, and my upcoming single Can't Have Mine. But Ernest was working on this project, and he wanted, obviously since he's a writer, he wanted that song, right? And I heard it through the grapevine, and I texted him. I was like, what do I have to do to get this song? He's like, man, this is a special song. And I hounded him for probably 8 or 9 months. Consecutively, just every week or two, I would, hey dude, what's the deal? And finally he gave it to me. I love that song.
No, it's so great cool. Because you know, I do think that's not a perspective you often hear, and from a woman's point of view, it's cool to have a guy say that, like, dude, leave her alone. She's mine now.
Yeah,
she's
she doesn't
happy.
want you.
She doesn't want you.
You shouldn't have left her alone.
Right.
You know?
I do love
cool.
that. I think it's great. So you're heading out on tour this fall. When does that start?
End of September sometime. That's a good question. I don't even know where I'm going to be this weekend. That's how crazy life is right now.
Right.
Whatever.
What was that on purpose? That was all timing? You wanted to spend the summer at home with your kids? Or because things are really cranking up. Talk to me about the timing of the tour and the album. And
we've been out all year playing. So at the beginning of the year, we played a tour, Livin My Best Life tour. And then this summer, we've been doing festivals. And then we'll end the year on another headlining tour. Amen to that tour. I've had like 1-2 weekends off this whole year. We've been touring so much. And that's on purpose. I told my booking agent, especially after the pandemic and whatnot, I said, man, just book me solid. Book everything that comes in. I want to go out. I want to play. I want to build. I want to grow. And I looked at this year as a growing year. You know, like, hey, we need to grow this year. And I think we have.
The app I'm working for now, PickleJar, is all about supporting up-and-coming musicians and on their journey up. And as we mentioned, you've had that journey. Like, do you remember that moment that you were like, there's no turning back. There's no plan B. This is what I'm going to do no matter what.
I feel like I've always been in that moment. You know, people ask me, like, well, what would you do if you didn't do music? I don't know. I've never thought about it, you know, because of what my dad did. He lived in Nashville and he played with Freddie Fender and all those guys. And when he gave it up at my house, it was just music. I heard stories about my dad. So I never wanted to do anything else. I never thought about doing anything else. And so, you know, I mean, there was a time in my life when I was living here and it was way before My Girl, and I was just struggling, and didn't know what was going to happen, if I was ever going to catch a break. And there was times I thought to myself, man, do I need to just hang it up and go find something else, whatever that was. I don't know what it had been. But luckily we didn't do it. We just stayed the course and just worked harder than what was working the day before. And I think that's what you got to do, especially if you have a dream. If you got a dream to do anything, you just got to work hard and stay the course.
Do you remember your first time you did you ever get work for tips? Did you ever do tips?
No, I never did it. I never went on Broadway, never worked for tips. I mean, I've played plenty of free shows, we've done that, but I don't know. The way we did things was a little bit different. We busted it. I went and bought a van and hit the road. Nobody knew who we were, and opened for people and played shows for 10 people, and we roughed it though.
So 11 years. Let's go 11 down the line.
Sure.
What's that look like?
You know what? My goals is just to continue putting out music and having #1 songs, and I want to get to arenas. I want to play arenas. That's what I want to do. I want to headline arenas, and if it happens, great. If it doesn't, life's great. You know what? And I think God puts you in certain situations for a reason, and I'm not going to question those situations. I'm just going to take it day by day and enjoy it.
Can I get a verbal that I can come jump on the trampoline?
Yes, you can. Anybody can jump on our trampoline at our house. Yeah, it's
All
the
right.
best thing to do at my house.
All right, cool. You're the best. I'm so excited for you and your fam.
Thank you.
Dylan Scott living his best life. Get it today. Go see him out on the road.